Ladies and gentlemen, for this, the 151st episode of Attractions Magazine, the show, we will be picking my co-host in the same time-honored tradition we always have, through the reaping. May the odds be ever in your favor. And my co-host tribute for this episode is Patrick Dougal. Congratulations.
No! I volunteer.
Jenny Lane, you really don't have to do this.
I volunteer.
No, really. It's okay.
Patrick, you poor boy. I can't ask you to take on this task. I am here to protect you.
No. I want to do it.
I can't allow you to do this.
I've hosted the show once before. It'll be okay.
No. That doesn't ring a bell. And besides, I've already volunteered. Do not fret for me, friends, loyal viewers, and admirers. I will reluctantly co-host this show once again for each and every one of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find my stylist so I can prepare for the parade.
She does this every week.
Don't worry, Patrick. You'll get this 1 week. I'm sure of it.
I volunteered!
This week's show is brought to you by Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade Disney items. Visit their showroom right here in Orlando or online at themeparkconnection.com.
Mousefan Travel is our preferred travel agent for theme parks, cruises, and exotic destinations. For a free quote with no obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
Undercover Tourist is our recommended supplier of online discount tickets to Disney World, Universal, and other Orlando area attractions. For the best deals and planning tips, go to undercovertourist.com or find them on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Jenny Lynn.
And this week we're going to take you out to Legoland, Florida to see some recently reopened areas of their Cypress Gardens.
And I'll be taking you all on a tour of Theme Park Connection with its manager, Brian Ramsey.
But first, you know what? We got a lot of news to talk about, so let's get to the news in the queue.
First up this week, something we've all been expecting. Universal Orlando followed Disney's lead and raised their ticket prices.
A one-day one-park ticket went from $92 to $96, and a one-day two-park ticket went from $128 to $136.
As of now, though, annual ticket prices have not changed.
We talked about this last week. I predicted that maybe they should just, stick the prices to the same, and you said that they would.
I predicted that they would raise them.
And guess who was right?
He's learning.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, yes, the single day, these one-day tickets changed, and if you could buy online, certain packages, multi-day packages, are a bit cheaper if you buy in multi-days than buying single days. So that's something to think about. Now, in a contrast to those rising ticket prices, Busch Gardens is currently offering 2-for-1 fun cards in Tampa. Guests can get an Adventure Island Water Park fun card for free with the purchase of a Busch Gardens fun card.
The new limited time offer lets guests enjoy both parks for the rest of 2014 with no blackout dates for $92.
That's pretty good. $92, you can get the whole rest of the year.
Can you believe it?
And $96, you get one day.
We do have some theme parks that are for the people.
Well, Busch Gardens is a local park. The offer is valid, though, through the end of this month only.
For more information, visit buschgardens.com.
I love this, and I've never been to Adventure Island, so this may be, I think this is only for people who are now buying their fun card for the first time. I think those like me who are already annual pass holders, we can't take advantage of this.
Ooh, so I'm eligible.
There you go. There you go.
Well, jumping over to Disney for a minute, a brand new 24-hour party has been announced for several Disney theme parks.
Dubbed the Rock Your Disney Side Party, the event will take place from 6 a.m. May 23rd to 6 a.m. May 24th local time at Orlando's Magic Kingdom and Anaheim's Disneyland and Disney California Adventure Parks.
Guests are invited to show their Disney side and dress up as their favorite characters to the party.
Now, here's the cool thing. To announce the event, Disney sent out an ultimate tweet featuring 140 Disney characters standing in a hashtag formation.
For more details, including costume guidelines, head to rockyourdisneyside.com.
Now, did you see the photo or the video of this hashtag?
I did.
Well, how cool is that? 140 characters.
It was pretty creative.
That's the ultimate meet and greet right there. I really hope, because in that hashtag there were some pretty rare Disney characters that have rarely been or never been out for public meet and greets.
Well,
like,
they had to find 140 characters.
That's
They're going to
true.
be digging deep for that.
Like, I would love to see Oogie Boogie or even Dumbo. Dumbo's never done a public meet and greet. I want to meet Dumbo at this party. I'll dress up to meet Dumbo.
Me too.
Yeah. Now, for some even bigger news from Disney, a new remodeling of the main hub in front of Cinderella's castle is in the works.
The remodeling will include brand new sculpted gardens, additional pathways, expanded restaurant seating, and new viewing areas for the fireworks and other performances.
In addition to adding more seating outside Casey's Corner, Disney also remodeled the inside of the restaurant, removing the bleachers and cartoons and adding extra tables and a counter. I know. It was the charm of...
It was so charming. I get it. I understand. That whole area is just a big cluster mess. But,
Yeah.
oh,
I know.
okay,
I
anyway.
know.
Expect to see construction and possibly a drained moat until the project is completed sometime next year.
It will definitely the adding more seating is going to really detract from those of us like me who like to walk through the Emporium on the way out, and now it's going to be
that
harder
would
to
be me
maneuver
too.
through the tables.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's needed.
You know
It's
what?
really necessary, and I'm kind of sad to see that the hub is going to be changed as well.
Really?
But again,
You're sad.
yes, I like the way that the hub it looks and is set up, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's cozy. But that's the problem. It's
Yeah,
cozy.
that's the big problem.
Right.
But
I get it. I know why they need to do it.
If you look at the art for it, I mean, even though they're expanding and adding a lot more walkways, there's still going to be just as much greenery and water's going to still be there as before. It's just something that's been needed for a long time because of as more guests are coming annually than ever has been. So that area is just so much of a mess after
Really
fireworks and the
is.
parade.
You're definitely sardines in a tin can when it comes to that hub, so it is needed.
My claustrophobia is very happy about this.
Okay. Well, in some sad local news, the Fantasy of Flight attraction will soon be closing its doors to the public as it focuses on private events.
Owner Kermit Weeks announced that effective on Sunday, April 6th, the attraction will only be catering to private events while it works on the design and development of a future destination attraction.
For more information, visit fantasyofflight.com.
Sad to say, I've never made it out to the attraction itself. I've been out
We've
there
been out
once
there
for a private event.
Yes.
But I've never actually gone to the museum and seen the planes in person before. It looks like I've got a month to go do that now.
Yep, better hurry on out there.
Finally, this week, if you missed the Lego Movie Weekend at Legoland last month, you'll have another chance to see it every weekend for the rest of March.
Events include meet and greets with Emmett, Wildstyle, and Lego Batman.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
The Lego Movie Mural Build, the Lego Movie Video Game Challenge, and more.
Now, the Lego Movie Weekend is included with Park and Mission, and we will actually be there and have a report for you on next week's episode of the show. I'm excited because I loved the Lego Movie. Did you get a chance to see it yet?
I didn't. My kids did, and it got rave reviews.
It is amazing. It probably is already one of my top favorite films of 2014.
Really?
I love it so much. I mean, everything's awesome, of course.
It is Lego.
So
It's
that
hard to
song
go
is very
wrong.
catchy. I dare you to get that out of your head now.
Want to sing us a few bars?
Everything is awesome.
Okay, that's enough.
Hi everybody. Let's go to Disney's Animal Kingdom and Pangani Forest Exploration Trail. As you're walking along the trail, you come to a building that has the Naked Mole Rat exhibit. In the far left corner of the inside room of this building, a backpack sports a small classic Mickey emblem on the left side. It's pretty cool. The cast members will show you if you can't see it, but it's been there, and I hope it stays there a while. Check it out yourself.
Located just minutes from Orlando International Airport, Theme Park Connection offers a wide variety of pins, props, figurines, artwork, signs, decor, cast member exclusives, and other one-of-a-kind finds. Looking to sell your old collectibles? Theme Park Connection will buy them from you. Visit their brand new warehouse in Orlando or find them online at themeparkconnection.com.
Legoland wasn't always the Lego themed park we know it as today.
That's right. It was originally called Cypress Gardens when it opened in 1936, and it's considered Florida's first theme park.
Yes, it started off as a botanical garden and over the years grew to include rides, attractions, and the famous water ski show.
Even though the park was retooled into Legoland in 2011, the original botanical gardens have remained, forever preserving an important part of Florida heritage.
Renovations have recently been completed on more of the original areas of the gardens, and we sent our reporter Nicole to show them to you.
What's old is new here at Legoland, Florida. We're in Cypress Gardens with some special guests behind me here to celebrate the reopening of 2 historic areas in the gardens. Tell us about the importance of restoring these gardens.
I think the Cypress Gardens brand is very, very integral to what makes Legoland special. So I think the love and the heritage that is Cypress Gardens is extremely important that we preserve that. And we took those commitments very seriously when we actually acquired the Cypress Gardens site. We could have retired the brand and we could have, not restored the gardens, but that was not what we wanted to do. We wanted it to be the centerpiece that makes Legoland different than all the Legoland parks. And in my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful gardens in the world. And I think it's about preserving that for future generations.
What does it mean to have Cypress Gardens restored this way to the community?
Well, it means everything to the community to know that the original botanical gardens that is so historical and had such a great role in our community has been made whole again. Sorry, get a little emotional about it today. There's hardly a family that lives in this town that hasn't had someone work here, ski here, bell here, or whatever at Cypress Gardens. It was a huge family, and the Pope's presence in Winter Haven was absolutely pervasive. So when the park was in danger of closing, not only Winter Havenites, but people across the country were absolutely sick about it. Outrage may be too strong a term, but they wanted something done that would preserve it. And consequently, the efforts that went on in 2003, 2004 had ended up with this portion being purchased by the citizens of Polk County. So we knew the gardens itself was protected, but maintaining 30 acres of botanical gardens is expensive. And without a successful partner like Legoland Florida, it wouldn't be possible. So this is the perfect storm in terms of the preservation of the gardens and preserving it for future generations to enjoy it, as well as go away with thrilling images and memories of Legoland Florida.
Tell us a little bit about the Florida pool here. It's very unique. A little history, maybe?
Well, the movie Easy to Love was filmed here in 1952 and released in 1953. And in one scene of that, it was Esther Williams, Van Johnson, Tony Martin, a really campy water ballet is what they call it. But it was supposed to be Cypress Gardens. Van Johnson was supposed to be operating Cypress Gardens. Actually, Dick Pope appeared in one scene in the movie where he ran down the hill and asked Esther Williams if he could take her picture. But as it turned out, one of the scenes required Tony Martin to serenade her, and she was swimming in the Florida pool and he was laying on the deck, which at that time was cracked tile. And then at the end of the movie, as she skied by this area, the Florida pool was in the scene, and there were women sitting all the way around the pool in bathing suits, and they were kicking their feet to rustle the water. So that is where the pool came from, and it was probably used for a total of maybe less than a minute in the entire movie. But after that, Mr. Pope never missed an opportunity to promote Cypress Gardens, Florida, and citrus. So he filled it with oranges and put a woman in the middle with a crown on, and she was supposed to be the citrus queen. And then he made huge pictures of that, and he would donate them to restaurants that wanted to display artwork. And so he got free publicity for Cypress Gardens, and they got a picture of the citrus queen sitting in the Florida pool.
You also mentioned a little something about maybe some more Lego type touches coming to the gardens. Could you tell us about that?
Ooh, I think we need to try and pull younger generations into the gardens. So families, you know, people like coming into the gardens for a break from the hustle bustle of the theme park, and we see that all the time. But I think what we need to, what we're going to look at is maybe more subtle Lego elements, you know, butterflies, animals, or things of that nature, and create some kind of nature crest. But we haven't got any firm plans on the table. We just wanted to get this open, get the gardens open in their entirety. But I think those kind of things are important when we go into building the hotel, because the hotel, this is almost the garden to the hotel. So I think that's going to be when we start doing a lot more of those additional things.
Now, I have to ask, this historic Florida pool behind us, when it was finished, did you go for a swim?
No, I didn't. But my team wanted to throw me in it, if I'm brutally honest, which is you know, symptomatic of my team. But I think I haven't been in it actually. I don't know if anybody has actually been swimming in it yet. But it is filtered and it is a clean pool. You could swim in it. It's not heated though.
The other area that reopened here today is the Oriental Gardens, which is very relaxing. With today's openings, all of Cypress Gardens is now reopened for Legoland Florida guests to enjoy.
The next time you plan a Disney vacation, book with a travel agency that's been specifically designated as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Unlike some other agencies, many of our agents' exclusive knowledge of Walt Disney World can help you get the most out of your vacation. And the assistance of our travel professionals can help you get a customized Disney vacation that's just right for you, your family, and your budget. Start planning your magical vacation today by visiting mousefantravel.com.
You may be wondering how and why we had those awesome costumes from the Hunger Games at the top of the show. Those were actual outfits from the movies themselves, on loan to us from our friends right here at Theme Park Connection. In fact, they have all sorts of awesome theme park and movie memorabilia scattered across the store. So we thought we'd take this opportunity to have Jenny Lynn meet with the store manager, Brian, to give you the scoop on a few of the cool things they have here.
Well, Brian, can you give us a little bit of an overview of how Theme Park Connection came into being?
Theme Park Connection came into being of Mark originally and I collecting too many items and not knowing what to do with them. So we ended up filling up storage sheds and garages, and basically found out that, you know, there was a desire and a need for people to keep and collect the Disney items that we were hoarding for ourselves. So we decided to open up to the public about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been growing ever since.
And what's the basic concept of the store? It's you can come in and do a variety of things, right? It's not just a place where you can buy stuff, but also...
If you're looking to change out some of the items you had that you've gotten bored with, you can bring your items in. We buy, we sell, we trade. Okay. So basically, if you're needing extra cash, you can bring in your old items during Christmas time and trade it in for something new.
Now, where do you get all of the items that you have here, aside from the people that bring in their own items to trade?
We deal directly with the parks. We scour auctions all over the world. We've been to Canada, we've been to Japan to get items. We brought in stuff in overseas. We scour just about everywhere, all the want ads and everything to find stuff.
And it's all authentic theme park items?
Correct.
Okay. Well, can you give us a little bit of a tour of the store?
Sure.
All right.
We'll start here with our famous pin wall, where we have our pins for $3 or less. Basically thousands and thousands of Disney pins, so you can come get them here and go trade them for the really good ones. We have everything from WDCC collector pieces. As we go into the other warehouse, I'll show you some of the other items we have.
Okay.
In this room, we've got some of the original artwork and some of the props from Disneyland, the Disneyland Hotel. We've got the Big Figs and some concept pieces from the Haunted Mansion. Some of the glass pieces from Cinderella's Castle when they did the windows and that, the rehab for Cinderella's Castle. about a year and a half ago. And as we go into the big room, where all of our big props and everything are, is where we have some of our most awesome items. This is our prop room. Basically, we've kind of split the warehouse up into props, collectible items, figurines, costuming, clothing. Basically, this room here is most of our Vinylmation and some of our smaller items here. We have everything from pinball machines that came out of Disney Quest to the displays from Monsters University. As we come into the rest of the warehouse, we just got in a load of the props from the Lone Ranger movie, window displays and stuff from Herbie the Love Bug. We even have the plates from the Polynesian Resort, costuming from the game plan, to we still have props left over from Pirates 1 through 4.
Wow, that's quite a selection. Now, are all the items here Disney items?
Not all are Disney. We have stuff from all of the different theme parks. We also have stuff from all the different movie studios. We're doing a lot of movie props now and moving a lot into that field, and even to some of the stuff from NASCAR. One of the big items we just got in is we just got in the entire wardrobe and all the remaining costumes from the Hunger Games movie, which we'll be auctioning off March 20th through the 30th.
These are the actual costumes that the actors wore in the movies.
Yeah, we have the trainer costumes, the Peacekeeper, we have Katniss's from the fire scene, the prep teams. We even have Al Pacino's suit and some of Mark Wahlberg's outfits from some of their most recent movies.
Ooh. All right, and it looks like we have a few more things back here.
This is basically what we call our treasure room. This is all from everything from snow globes to artwork, framing stuff that came out of the parks, park signage, posters. We have the sign from Frontierland, the shooting gallery, umbrellas that came from Fantasyland, to banners that hung across Main Street during the 25th. The old Legoland displays that was made by Legoland for the 50th.
Is the only way to get the items to actually come to the store?
Besides coming to our store here in Orlando, which we're now centrally located about by the Florida Mall, you can go on our website, themeparkconnection.com. We're also Theme Park Connection on eBay, and we also have our e-online store too under Theme Park Connection.
Fantastic. But for those that do want to actually come to the store, because it is quite an experience, where are you located specifically?
We're 2160 Premier Row in Orlando, Florida. It's right off of Sand Lake and Orange Blossom Trail right by the Florida Mall.
We give a lot of tips on what to look for while booking your hotel, and that's because unfortunately there's a lot to watch out for. Be sure to research and double check any information that a hotel's website or advertisements may give you. Remember that while you're unlikely to see outright lies, advertisements have a way of bending the truth. For instance, near the attractions is almost completely meaningless since there are many different attractions in Central Florida, and advertisers may have a very liberal view on what near means. Also, be on the lookout for hidden fees associated with your booking. A hotel may advertise an amazing price, and you'll show up only to discover that you'll also have to pay for parking or a resort fee. It pays to call ahead. There are plenty of reputable lodgings in the greater Orlando area, and with a little research, you should be able to find the right one for your vacation.
Are you heading to Orlando? Don't pay full price for your theme park admission tickets. Undercover Tourist ships the exact same tickets straight to your door for less than gate price. All tickets are new, authentic, and backed by one of the best refund policies. Add on your car rental and save up to 50% on your vacation package. Find the best day to visit each park along with other insider tips and planning tools at undercovertourist.com. Visit undercovertourist.com and buy your tickets today.
You know, this week, Jenny Lynn, why don't we put all our fans' names into a big bowl and choose two from each district? I mean, then we'll put them into a giant Hunger Games style competition where they can fight to the death and the winner receives this week's giveaway. I like that.
We'll put that on the list of future contests. How about first we tell everyone who won this week's prize?
Fair enough. This week's winner is Scott Bernhack from here in Orlando, who correctly identified this sound as coming from the old Jaws ride at Universal Studios.
Congratulations, Scott. Keep an eye out for your prize from Theme Park Connection.
Now, this week's giveaway, we've got two stickers here. One is a nice little Stitches Great Escape sticker. And we got a bumper sticker from the Central Shops. This is an old one. I think it's in the late 70s maybe, or it's got the old Disney logo on it. So
Vintage.
Vintage bumper sticker. But that's not even it. We've got a big prize here.
Oh.
Take a look at this.
Aww.
This is a Christmas Belle Deluxe costume set for kids. Comes from the Disney Store.
Does it come in my size?
Oh, I'm sure this is Jenny Lynn's size right here. But that's a pretty cool giveaway. All right, so shall we Hunger Games this one?
How about we just play the Sounds Like game again?
You know, fun. All right, listen to the sound and see where you can tell it was recorded.
Okay. To enter this week's giveaway, send an email to info@attractionsmagazine.com and let us know where you think that sound was from. You must include your full name and address, and if you're under 18, please get your parents' permission. You can only send one response in, and we need your email by the end of next Tuesday, March 11th, 2014. One winner will be randomly chosen among the correct responses. Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Nice. Finally, we want to thank Mouse Fan Travel. Let them plan your next trip, whether by land or sea. For a free quote without obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
And much thanks to Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade theme park items. Visit the showroom here in Orlando or online at themeparkconnection.com.
We are also thankful to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando's attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
Remember, you can watch a brand new episode of the show each week.
You can also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.
Also, don't forget attractionsmagazine.com for news and videos throughout the week.
And of course, the magazine itself. Our spring issue is now available to be ordered online. Well, you know what? That was another fun show. You know, I think you and I would make a pretty good team in the Hunger Games.
Why do you say that?
Well, you know, I'm tough. You're sneaky. We make a pretty good team, I say.
But would you be okay without eating? It's called the Hunger Games for a reason, Banks.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Yeah, careful now, or I might just side with the careers.
Point taken. How about we do a quick weekend roundup?
Good idea. There's a bunch going on this weekend, so we'll hit some of the highlights, but if you want to know the full scoop, be sure to visit our calendar at attractionsmagazine.com.
Starting on Friday, the Entertainment Designers Forum will be held at the Orlando Repertory Theater, and you'll have a chance to see Lee Greenwood perform at Busch Gardens.
On Saturday, Hank Williams Jr. will be at SeaWorld, and Daddy Yankee will be at Busch Gardens for their band's Brew and Barbecue. Over at Universal's Mardi Gras, you can catch Prince Royce.
Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival has started, and this weekend you can see the Guess Who performing at the Flower Power Concert Series, and the Nuclear Cowboys will be at the Amway Center. Well, we've made it to the end, together. I'm glad there doesn't have to be just one host standing at the end of our show. I would really miss you.
What makes you so sure that you would win?
Seriously.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Oh well, at least I would put in a good showing.
Speaking of a good showing, I hope that you guys think that our show was pretty good. Let us know your thoughts.
Good segue.
Thank you. And thanks to you guys for watching. We hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, be sure to visit your local attractions, try something new, stay safe, but most of all,
have fun.
Secret blooper of the week.
Here at Cypress Gardens, which is the other.
For the details include costume guidelines.
While it works on the design and development of a new future destination
attraction.
That's all, folks. From the movies themselves, on lawn.
Yep.
We're mowing the lawn.
I've hosted the show once before, Jenny Lynn.
That doesn't ring a bell.